WTMP HD, Egypt Lake, Tampa, and now on 102.1 in Pinellas County.
All right. I actually have a lead song into my show for a reason. It need to play at least 30 seconds so I can get the full effect of Porch Talk Radio. So thank you, my brother. If it plays 30 seconds, I know my little click in there, and when my click comes, I say, alrighty. You are now listening to the Porch Talk Radio Show.
13 years.
With Eddie Adams' smiling face here behind the mic, getting you all revved up, getting you all set up. And let me tell you something, Democrats. It's going to be a hard show for you today, especially black Democrats, because what I'm going to tell you today is just going to hurt your butt bone.
Oh, boy.
You know what I mean? Because the things that happen after elections, is no longer conjecture. It's actually proof that something happened. And I got to tell you folks something. Some of you may know, but 53,000 Hispanic voters who were Democrats now voted for Republicans. 53,000. That's a huge number. I knew there would be some, that switch over. Black folks are getting it too. You getting it too. You're not the only one. But you didn't vote for Republicans a week ago at a rate of 53,000.
The people are waking up, Eddie, slowly but surely.
They're waking up. They're waking up.
They are mad, and they're mad as hell. That's what the Democrats have been lying to them for decades.
Well, let me give y'all the numbers so we can get this show started. Because I got some young ladies that just left, and I got to give a shout out to them. Sigma Gamma Rose. They if you look at the Divine Nine, all of them got things about them that are similar in each fraternity and each sorority. You notice that? Because I think those ladies were from Spelman in Atlanta. And no matter where I see Sigma Gamma Rose, they all look alike. AKAs look alike, Deltas look alike. It just some of, I don't know if you just get used to looking at them or you get to looking at them in a certain way that's what you see when you see that. But they got a 100th anniversary coming up, and I wanted to make sure I got that announcement out because one of the young ladies said that she would come back and visit my show. Now, I don't know if she is sociologically, prepared for being on the show with somebody as enlightened as myself. But we'll give it a try because we know there's hope. There's hope.
That could be.
There's hope out there. Now, let me make everybody the call in number. If you want to call in the show during the day, call in number Porch Talk Radio WTMP 888-247-8712. We having too much fun in here.
Woo!
Republicans must have won.
Eddie, out of the 30 seats that were up across the state for school board position, superintendents and all that across the state, 26 of the 30 were replaced by conservatives. People are tired of that BS, that wokeism.
And we got none of it.
That's teaching our stupidity to these children.
Damn, we got none of it. We got none of it. I'm going to tell you something else what we got none of right here in Hillsborough County.
Tax.
You know what we didn't get? No damn taxes.
Woo.
The only county in the state of Florida that did not give itself a brand new tax.
Wow, that is
Yes,
weird.
we're the only one that didn't give ourselves a new tax. See, it's getting out there. Folks is learning. Folks is learning. You know,
The truth is
they're
coming out.
listening. They're hearing. You know, and they're gonna try to do a new tax again in 4 years. No, 2 years. In 2024. That's what Addison say. Addison say, but we'll do it again in 2024. So boldly, and we'll chop your butt down again in 2024, just as boldly as we just did. They still counting. They've been counting all week. But see the difference, Tampa Bay, between this time and what's been happening the last couple of times. Democrats had them a warehouse somewhere, a closet, a couple of briefcases somewhere with some extra ballots in it. I'm gonna tell you something.
Fresh in from China.
DeSantis started arresting people about illegally voting and illegally shifting stuff, and all of a sudden, you got some respect. You got some laws that somebody may go to jail if they actually vote for something they ain't supposed to. See, and I know black folks out there waving their finger, pointing their head, and shaking their hand. I don't give a crap because for too long you've been doing that stuff and acting like you don't see it. I see it, and so does DeSantis. Matter of fact, you want to go vote now, you ain't supposed to end up in jail. And I ain't being cruel. I'm just telling you like it is. Because first of all, stupid people shouldn't vote. Yeah, I mean it. I'm saying it on the air. Because if you got to go ask Joe Smo down the sport with a 3rd grade education who to vote for, then he shouldn't be voting.
Eddie, real quick. I know this educational system we have in America has done such a tremendous job on dumbing us down, which has been controlled by Democrats for decades now. We know that. We know the Common Core, billions have been spent with Common Core across it, which has been a horrible, mentally retarded program that the well-educated say, this is a thing to do. Let's make the stupid people dumber. Why is it that the nation that had a revolution, America had a revolution that caused America to form because of taxes. Because of taxes, we had a big fight with Britain. Okay. And now we're so stupid that now we're hiring 87,000 IRS people to help with taxes.
Well, see,
and people are okay with that.
The people.
Oh my Lord!
The people who say they're gonna hire 87,000 IRS agents may not be around by the time it come time to hire the IRS agent.
Oh, but they're weaponized, Eddie. They're going to be able to carry weapons too and come after us. Holy crap.
I'm going to tell you something.
Woo!
We're going to have people in charge that understand what's happening. See, it's okay to operate when you're the smartest guy in the damn room.
Uh-huh.
See, that's the problem. See, Biden the smartest guy in that Democratic room. Like the animals say, animals would never pick the dumbest one to lead.
The weakest,
to lead the sheep or the wolves or the lions or the bears or whatever other kind of ferocious beast. They never pick the dumbest one, because they want their species to exist beyond this particular existence. And it's a lot of people out there, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, y'all shouldn't be voting. Yeah, everybody should vote. Everybody ain't smart enough to vote. They have time after time after time after time explain and went out there and try to explain, what's happening, and they don't get it. I'm telling you, they don't get it.
And Eddie, those that are saying everybody should go ahead and vote, everybody should vote, they're the same fools that defund the police to now support the FBI.
Right.
Oh my Lord, how stupid are you?
Well, see, they pick up the latest slogan off of TV. They trying to do what they tell them on
like
TV.
Like a bad whip from the bathroom.
And the folks on TV keep changing.
Uh-huh.
See, that's why. That's why
Woo!
I tell people, figure out who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. It ain't to your daughter, your sister, your neighbor, or the ignorant guy down the street.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know no more about this stuff than you do. Figure it out for yourself. I keep telling you, black community, our help, our survival,
Mm-hmm.
our our world that we keep thinking, and it's gonna get here. It's gonna get here eventually. It's a little slow because we're dealing with some things that for all intents and purposes, it's one thing to know and understand how this system works, and go out there and function in it every day, and that's what I need y'all to do. But you gotta be able to function.
Well, get information.
Well, they get information from everywhere. TV, radio,
They're stuck on those smartphones every day. They get dumber.
Computers, they got all the information there. But what I need them to change their focus. So they looking for TikTok.
Eddie, come on up.
TikTok is rotting your brain cell. It's doing a better job than alcohol.
If you're trying to bring truth to the table now, I think that's what you're trying to bring out here. Just to be clear, there is no plan to eliminate student debt. You heard us correct. There is no plan. There is a plan to transfer that debt to those who don't owe you shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, like I say, at some point in this process we're dealing with here, this process, because I saw a whole bunch of white folks, standing around Biden, and he was signing $10,000 out of your pocket, from your pocket.
They raised $20.90
to somebody who went to college, got an education, and now you gonna pay for it. See, I paid for mine. I'm upset. I'm over it. But I'm not gonna give them any more of my time, any of my energy, any of my money. They already took. Yeah, that's right, took. Because I paid it.
Eddie.
I got the education, I paid for it, and I'm using it.
But
see what I'm saying? That's the difference. See, some people evidently got the education, they paid for it, well, they paid it down the line so you can come in and pick it up and finish paying for it, because they not getting their money's worth. They chose to get an education in something that they. Now I'm gonna tell you something that's so funny. There's so many jobs out there. They putting signs up on fences, on the side of building, sticking them out window. Come go to work. We will give you a bonus.
Yeah.
We will give you a bonus, and we will train you for free.
Eddie, this is incredible. The degrees that people have been getting that they can't pay off, they're so crappy, these degrees, that they want the government to bail their butts out because they got these crappy degrees. And me, who's never gotten that degree, I get to pay for somebody's crappy butt degree that they don't even believe in. They can't even make a living off that piece of crap. This is terrible.
Biden don't believe in it.
Ooh.
See what they're doing. They selling you another tank of poop. The whole tank.
But it's got a nice title.
They got the water. They got the toilet paper. They got everything in there.
It's got a nice title, lady. Come on now.
Because some kind of how he figured this would fix one of his problems that his people are getting on his butt about. See, so you promised it, Mr. Biden. You promised, touchy-feely, touch, and now he feel good because those snowflakes, who went to college, and some of them went to expensive colleges, and they still, but see, they want a college education. That's not what's out there now. See, if you go get a welding job, they'll teach you how to weld.
No, Eddie, that's work.
But then you're gonna make $40, $50, $60 million, over a couple years, as opposed to losing all this money, and I mean, even the federal government gonna get some money out of welding job, a nursing job, there's a whole lot of jobs out there that you can, and pay taxes. And see, that's it. They don't want to pay taxes. They trying to avoid paying taxes. That's why they holding off 10 years on getting a job from that degree they got 10 years ago.
That isn't worth the crap or the paper. The ink is on it isn't worth anything, but they want me to pay for it.
Right. No,
and they can't make payments on it because they can't make a living off of it.
Uncle Sam's gonna pay
for
it.
Toilet paper.
Well, no. Uncle Sam's gonna pay $10,000.
Up to 20 now.
$20,000.
Masters and doctorates.
Some kind of now what I'm trying to see is see how they come to 439 F Street. see how they come to 9504 Woodland Ridge Drive, how they come to 842 Elm Street, you know, to pick up their money. See, cause when they go to those places to pick up their money, you know, the only person there with a bank account is me. A checkbook is me. So, you know, if they go somewhere else. See, they gotta have had this planned out a little further than we go pick up some money. Cause they gotta be real particular about where they go pick that money up. They start World War III here. You see what I'm saying? The worst place to try to pick up money from is poor people houses. Mm-hmm. You know, you go to rich folks' house, you may get some money. Mm-hmm. Now that poor dude, I'm telling you, he missing 4 teeth. And if you come there, by the time you leave, y'all gonna have a tooth transplant. See, because you will have 4 less than you had when you got there. Uh-oh. Because that's the nature of the beast. Oh. You know, and there's a lot of folks out there who think they understand politics.
Mm-hmm. There's a bigger story here.
The Hillsborough County Black Republican Club.
Oh yeah.
Is up and running, and we're gonna be doing some stuff. And we're gonna have a couple events. We're gonna get this community involved. And it's on the other show, they were talking about black males. Black males don't know who to vote for. They don't know how to vote. They don't know how to do it. Now, see, when I go to my barber shop and get a haircut, you think you got a room full of Bill Gateses and Jobs and all those other fancy names of people who done made billions and billions of dollars. But I'm going to tell you what those guys did, and they still do. All that money they got, they still went to work every day. See, that's something that you know, I guess it got something to do with making lots of money. If you go into work every day, you get a chance to make a lot of money. I never thought of it like that. And then you get to buy a bunch of politicians. See, you buy a bunch of politicians, and then you can make a bunch of stuff happen, and then you could be the good, cool guy, cool new guy. Because every time I see Joe Biden try to do something that's cool, or new, or some symbol, or something, you know, it's just thinking me, man, that old guy's trying too damn hard. He's just trying so hard. He gonna have a stroke trying. You know, because he keep trying to be okay, keep trying to be cool, keep trying to be all right. He got 2 more years.
Think he'll make it? I don't know.
Well, something gonna happen, because
they don't believe in Kamala Harris. That's for sure.
Well,
Democrats don't even like her.
Let me explain something.
She's owed it because she's a black woman. She has a vagina. She's owed it.
I'm gonna say that there is a net cause out there that somehow between now and November the 8th, that Charlie Chris is gonna find some money.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody told me he only had like $8 to $10 million.
Yeah, but all the kissing he did up Obama's rear, and Mr. Biden. And
DeSantis got about $50 million. That in itself wouldn't make this awkward, you know. And then someone told me all the black women were gonna vote for Charlie Chris.
Oh my goodness.
Because he got a Hispanic female as his running mate. And Charlie Chris can't be beat. Charlie, he can't be beat. Oh,
and that female that's running with Charlie Chris for Lieutenant Governor spot, she is so freaking radical. She makes the guy that's running China look mellow and like a brownie.
But I heard she was out of the Dade County,
and she is horribly.
School
she makes a liberal embarrassed. She's so liberal. She's beyond that.
Well,
extreme.
But see, the state of Florida ain't like that. We got black females everywhere. So they ain't got to go to Miami to not vote for her. They can not vote for her in the Panhandle.
That's true. That's true.
Because they were not going to vote for her in the Panhandle anyways.
She's wacky radical,
you know,
and influential, and money.
But see, the other thing, too, you got to take in consideration is Charlie Chris needs to find some balls. I hate to say it like that, but see, Charlie has been flipping and flopping across the state of Florida for 20 years, and he's kind of never settled. I've never looked at Charlie Chris and saw myself settle. That's the kind of man I want for governor. I ain't never thought that. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just something about how tight his jeans are.
You make a nice houseboy.
Or his loafers.
Pool boy, maybe.
Or his,
Eddie, stop that. You know that. As a politician, he bent over backwards to do whatever.
But that's the problem. that's the problem. That's why we're trying to make some things happen. And again, I'm telling the black community here in Hillsborough County, baby, we got some stuff ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's some stuff ahead of us. And I want to make sure that this community gets all it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be taken several different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that just
in a positive light, with money, because there's money out there to be spent, and it belongs to the community. But that money's going somewhere else, Eddie.
Well, no. Some of them going to USF.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to USF. Don't stay at USF. A stadium is a pretty big deal. That stadium on USF campus could change the whole environment of Tampa Bay.
Mm.
You got 300,000-400,000 students out there who will eventually settle in around here, Hillsborough County, changing the population, changing the culture, bringing some young folks and some young dollars, back home and all this tech stuff, and we got a tech college out there. It's just a matter of time. And what I want folks to do, all of you who did the souls to the polls, don't just show up on Sunday before Election Day. Take that soul and educate him on how politics works. Because he ain't learned nothing from you taking his blank and filling it out for him and say, well, go do this. That ain't how you teach anybody. Mm-hmm. If you want this community to grow, and that person needs some help, souls to poets. I'm cracking on a whole new thing. I probably get every pastor in Tampa be calling my number tonight. How you gonna talk about our souls? I'm telling you, tell the damn soul how to vote. Show him how to vote. It ain't just one vote. You need to be teaching him what it is he's missing. Why don't he know how to vote?
Eddie, if that preacher is busy telling people about picking some abortion type of politician, then I tell you, that's not a church. It's going to burn in hell. They better run out of that place, because that pastor does not serve the same Jesus Christ at all. Of life, of light, of liberty, all that. That preacher just gone to the wolves.
But that's part of this whole new thing. Because 50 years ago,
it's a bad thing, Eddie.
50 years ago, when they got Roe v. Wade, everybody was happy, and it was the best thing that happened to womankind in the United States of America. And now that it's gone, they're gonna spend all their time, energy, and effort trying to get it back. But like I say, y'all playing checkers, and we playing chess.
There's a bigger thing happening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Don't fall for this. I had someone the other day complaining about rent controls. The Democrats have a calling machine going out in the Tampa Bay saying that shouldn't we have rent control here in the Tampa Bay area? Well, gee, how well has that worked in New Jersey? How about New York?
California.
Yeah, how about that? Baltimore. Come on, let's done it. It doesn't work, folks. It only lets the big dogs, with the big properties, those politicians provide loopholes for those big dogs. And here's Eddie with just 2 or 3 little houses, made a little rent building, and he's being hammered with regulation. With all these extra filings he's got to do. That's taking up time and money, and the little guy gets smushed, and the big dogs, well, they're putting money in that politician's pocket for them rent controls to smash out the competition. So rent controls don't work, haven't worked, will never work because there's politicians involved.
Well, they got. See, Gabe will make it seem like it's all simple and stuff.
Well, it's supposed to be.
See, y'all forgot they got loopholes, and every time one loophole go away, another loophole
Bigger one.
show up.
More money.
With more money, more money, more. Speaking of more money.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of more money, I saw the OJs last night.
What?
The OJs, the group OJ.
What was
Money,
that?
money, money, money.
Star.
Money, money. You never heard
Straz.
of OJ?
The Straz. There was Straz. Yeah, I heard about that.
Money, 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 money.
That's for my time, I think.
See, they used to say that on the street. Little brothers walk down the street. Money, 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 money. You know they going to get that money. See. That's the way things should be. Give, receive, give, receive, give, receive, give, receive.
Should be.
See. So the issue is how do we convert? See, because we got some people that can go convert at will. I convert this. I convert that. I change this. I change that. I put a loophole here for you. I put the loophole here for you. I put a big old loophole here for you, Mr. Government Official. I mean, that's how I do, you know, and then they get to suck on it for as long as they want.
Oh yeah.
Until the next official become available. And that's how some of these things do. So Tampa Bay. There are some good things coming down the pipe, because if you have not thought about it much, I know we got a call. How did Tampa, Hillsborough, Florida become the only county in the state that lose a school board tax referendum?
Must be that smart water they're selling at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it must
They're
be
drinking that smart water.
something. Caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello?
Yeah, this is Adam from Tampa.
Come on, Adam. Bring it.
Okay, listen, Gabriel, you're the last person that needs to talk about Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is pro-choice. Because you know what? He gave you the choice to choose.
You're lying, and you know you're lying.
No, didn't Jesus give you?
Getting a little warm over there. It's beginning to burn.
To accept him as your personal savior. So don't talk.
Yeah.
Don't talk, Gabriel.
Before you go any further, Adam, before you go any further, there is about 1,280 different religions, and many of them do it and believe differently in how they pray, how they worship, how they serve, because one group do it one way, that don't make everybody do it way, because I know a whole bunch of groups do it and believe different things. Matter of fact, I have been to a place where people worship rats. I'm telling you, they worship rats. Matter of fact, look it up. They got a place called Hindu House of Rats, and it's in Thailand, and that whole house is for rats, and the people take care of and worship rats. So I'm just saying, it's a lot of different religions out there. When you start throwing stuff out there, people don't do this, people don't do that, people do what the hell they want. I'm just saying.
You need a King James Bible. That's what I think.
That was it? Okay.
God bless.
Thank you.
If you have to talk about Gabriel, that Jesus and at times, the thing is that he did the same book that I read, and the two commandments that Jesus said. He said, worship God with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Those are the two commandments that he said.
And then I'm talking about murder, my friend.
If you're not living with love first, then the thing is that we just don't understand.
Love and murder are two different things, my friend.
Okay. In the segment, sir. Okay, so let's go on.
Your phone's cutting off back and forth. Must be Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm going on. I already said what I had to say.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Yep. God bless.
Yeah.
Hope you find the real Jesus.
Okay. We just want to make sure, like I say, we get some inviting conversation, a little bit about everything, because a lot of people don't think I sit here and know nearly as much as I actually do know.
No.
Because I've traveled, I've been places.
Okay. Yeah.
Matter of fact.
You've been out of Florida.
Matter of fact, when I was younger, I used to work in the Knox gelatin factory.
Hmm?
And for people who don't know what Knox gelatin factory is, Jello pudding, and Jello,
Yeah. Jello shots.
You know where that stuff come from? They make that out of boiled cow bones.
No.
That's where gelatin comes from.
I don't think I like it
It
anymore.
comes from
That's
cow
gross.
bones. And matter of fact, they take these big old giant bags of cow bone that come from places like India where they don't eat cows.
They respect them.
And some of these other places. And they put them in big old vats.
Holy cow. That's what that is. That's where it came from.
And they boil them. And they boil it all night.
Today, still.
Yes. And by morning,
Yuck.
they run it into some big old giant pans and tubs.
Mm.
Put some more stuff in it. Put a little flavor in it. A little salt, a little pepper. And
Get a bit ill.
next thing you know, you're doing the
Just a commercial?
Bill Cosby thing with the little chili, with the little shimmering
Shake, shake, shake. Yeah.
thing.
Mm.
But that's where it come from. See, and until you know some of this stuff, you can't imagine.
So do you eat it now?
Yeah, I eat Jello. I love Jello.
Even though it came from cow bones.
I ain't just learned where it came from. I was 15, 16 years old.
Mm.
And it still tastes the same.
Mm.
It don't taste any different than it did then. And there's nothing wrong with cow bone, especially after you don't boil the hell out of them. Matter of fact, you don't boil them till they fell apart.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay. You got me.
And to tell you something else that's real funny about that whole process. At the end of the process, when they threw boiling the hell out of the cow bone, the only things left is what they call powder. Cow powder bone.
Mm.
And they use it as filler for a lot of different foods that you eat.
My goodness.
They fill it with this bone because everything's been boiled out of it. So it's just volume. You just add volume to whatever they put it in.
There you go.
Yes.
I wonder if vegans know that.
Well, some vegans probably don't because they probably use the juice
Uh-huh.
for a whole lot of different stuff.
Make something tasty finally.
Yeah, it does. It does, especially cow bone.
Huh. Interesting. Didn't know that, Eddie.
All right. On this day,
Oh boy.
August 23rd, 1859, the first oil well was successfully drilled in the United States by Colonel Edwin L. Draper near Tulsaville, PA, which is in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And they do have oil drills up there, oil rigs up there. Everybody keep thinking it was Texas and Houston. They first started drilling oil up in the Northeast, and they still got drills up there now.
I know that's not being taught today.
The whole fracking thing was about the Northeast.
Mm.
On this day, August 27th, 1921, the former The founder of Acme Packing Company bought a pro football team for Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Clark paid a tribute to those who worked in his plant by naming the team the Green Bay Packers of the NFL. And on this day, August 27, 1921, they began work on the future site of World War II Memorial in the U.S. Capitol's historic National Mall. This site is between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial.
Wow.
And it's there now because it's completed.
Oh.
They started in 1921. Gabriel.
When your woman is acting up, just tell her, less bitchin', more kitchen. Women just love it when you rhyme. It works every time. Follow me for more relationship tips. Meanwhile, Biden's cash-free central bank digital currency is due to be out this December. One world currency. Post Malone, the musician guy, warned about it 2 years ago. He said, this is happening. Talk about those 87,000 agents getting it a lot easier now. Experts told you that if you comply with lockdown, censorship, masks, vaccinations, life would return to normal. The conspiracy theorists told you COVID was never going to end and that the governments would never use it to usher in a totalitarian new world order. What do you believe now? By the way, studies find 0% of leftists who are warning about overpopulation have volunteered to die first. Go figure. The government has enough money. If the government has enough money to send foreign countries, and the government is taking too much money from taxpayers. Now, amongst all the news out there, baloney and crap that we call it, did you know that Serena Williams has officially retired from tennis with over $100 million in career earnings? She is the first person in tennis history, black lady, to accomplish this. We don't get to hear about that kind of stuff. Isn't it odd that Mike Pence is literally the only person in Trump's team that the FBI hasn't investigated? Because he's one of them, folks. Hello. Meanwhile, the Biden administration is talking about releasing the billions of dollars to the Afghan government because it's their money and they should have it. Meanwhile, Ron DeSantis was attacked for being a dictator. And Ron DeSantis fought it. He said, wait a minute, I'm one of the few governors in America that was actually freeing people. A dictatorial person who locks up your kids and keeps them out of school, cause you to lose jobs because you're not getting a shot, and put you on lockdowns. We had none of that in Florida. We had the opposite. And our state has prospered tremendously. So meanwhile, TikTok, Eddie mentioned TikTok earlier. Biden partners with TikTok, China's TikTok, for the 2022 elections coming up in November. They're going to help him run new campaign ads. The Chinese is going to help the Democrats they own Biden anyways, what the hell. The mayor of Los Angeles supports carjacking. A carjacker beat a woman, took her car, they caught the guy went to court, and the mayor of Los Angeles showed up to support the carjacker. He was given probation. Bad boy. The CDC has openly admitted that the COVID-19 vaccine cannot stop you from getting or spreading COVID-19. That's great. Kind of a couple of years later now. The ACLU fought chemical castration of sex offenders. Fought it and won it. But now the ACLU supports use of the same drugs on trans kids. Huh. Could there be a bigger program there? And only a fool believes that electricity used for air conditioning harms the planet, but electricity used to charge a Tesla does not. How stupid have you become? Meanwhile, I was thrown out of the break room over at Walmart yesterday. They asked me what I was doing there. I told them I was on a break. They said, you don't work here. I said, I just finished using that self-checkout, so clearly I do. Folks, you got to just keep a good perspective on life. After it's all said and done, just remember, if the government says, hi, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help you with 87,000 armed and trained IRS agents. You better start praying. That's it for me.
All right. Tampa Bay. We got one more game tonight.
Tonight, who's we playing?
Who do we play tonight?
3 old guys asking each other all the
Yeah, I feel yeah.
Anyway, it's football.
Yeah. It's preseason.
Oh, it doesn't count?
It's
The
preseason.
Colts.
Oh, the Colts. Oh, thank you.
A voice. It must be God. We heard a voice from heaven.
I'm going to say, where the hell did that come from?
It's the Colts.
He's just having fun with us.
I guess so.
And Brady will be back tonight. For all those who have been worried, Brady been gone for like 10, 11 days, and he showed up bright and early, Monday morning, and went all the way through practice all week. He didn't get hurt. He didn't get scratched. So somebody say, he even caught a few passes.
Oh my goodness.
Now Gronk's not there yet. Gronk could be back for this season. I'm telling you right now. Before this season is over with, Gronk is going to be back. You know why Gronk going to come back?
Money.
Because they all love Super Bowl rings. It ain't always the money. Some of them is playing, I played 40 years and never made it to a Super Bowl. That's what they don't want to be saying. They want to say, I played 20 years and I had 3 rings. That registers in their ear. And it makes a difference to them, especially, if they're as great as somebody say they're great, you ain't going to be great if you ain't got no Super Bowl rings.
Hopefully these young ones, Eddie, are a bit smarter than the old ones are kind of like, OJ taking off to the pawn shop.
Yeah, but no players in this league want to go all the way through their career and not ever get a Super Bowl.
Tom wants number 8.
Yeah. Tom trying to get number 8. And Tom just greedy. But see the thing.
But if you can do it, why not?
Yeah, they all are greedy. I mean, because if you look at Russell had 11 NBA championship rings.
Ooh.
11.
My goodness, he was a god.
What?
A lot of money.
If you're that good in a period of your life, win as many as you can. Because again, it may be protecting your family one of the day. You become poor and stupid and senile, and they got some rich guy want to buy all your Super Bowl rings. Sell them. Who's
that NBA player that just hit billionaire? First billionaire, NBA player right now. He just turned billionaire this year. Black player, of course, because they're the best.
LeBron James, but the thing about it,
Magic.
Michael been a billionaire for years.
They got LeBron. They're putting him out there saying he's the first billionaire.
He ain't the first billion. Cause if Michael got a billion now,
and
LeBron
Magic
can't be the first one.
Well, LeBron's got better PR than the other guy. Then that's for sure.
Yeah, they lie. They're not special. They mouth moves up and down and sideways.
Making that money, my goodness.
Yeah, they getting it. So within the next couple of weeks, we gotta have some kind of event, political event, here in Hillsborough County for the politicos. Because the governor was here Thursday, the secretary of the governor was here, the attorney general was here.
The new one, right? Didn't he kick out the old one?
No, that's what the election for in November. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can get her to come on the show.
Ooh.
Marco was here.
Marco.
Marco was here. Val Deming was here. Charlie Chris was here because he was over there smooching, and a couple other folks. So we're gonna see if we're gonna just catch up on this political thing. It's gonna be time for some more political candidates to be on the show. We're gonna get a couple of those in here on the show. I feel sorry for just a couple of people who lost because they was good people. They would have made good politicians, and and they was good for the area. But like Tim said, you know, all the school board candidates all over the state, you know, a lot of them got refreshed.
Hallelujah.
Which should have happened. There should have been some refreshing going on before now. But Hillsborough's on a time capsule.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a time capsule. So if you don't get some of these people out of here in November, you stuck with them to 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you change things. You go out and you talk to your neighbors and you bring them some truth and you share some good news and you go out and vote. Your neighbor needs a ride, you give them a ride. Right now, Title IX, which a lot of people are familiar with, Title IX for schools, has been weaponized against the parents to where parents can no longer be told if their child is wanting to do a transgender, is confused, or wants to start the surgery. Title IX by the current Biden administration has been weaponized that the privacy of the child supersedes the parent. And if that child wants to start taking medications or something for transgender moving over, then at that point, the school is obliged to not only do it, but keep it quiet from the parent. There's a parent that just lost, their daughter committed suicide, and attempted suicide, I believe, and because she had started some of the medications, some of the treatments, and the daughter's like 12, something like that, and the school, once they were asked about it by the parents, that the medicine happened through the school, and the school said, we're not allowed to tell you anymore, because that child has more protection than you, and we have to protect that child from you, the parent. So the child was not only being funded by the school system, but was being protected by the school system to completely screw her life up forever. Transgenders have an average of 40 to 50% suicide rate. Average. The balance is die off from the surgeries that went bad. Folks, it just doesn't work. A male's a male, a female's a female, and Eddie has a bit more education on that, on the biology side of it. But I'm old school. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a duck. God made it that way. There you go. Simple.
Well, see, the thing that a lot of people don't understand is this mental thing in parents' head. It ain't so much in the kids' head, because the kids haven't had time to get it there.
Mm-hmm.
The parents have been going through this themselves, and then somehow they was able to make it through the 50s and the 60s, you know, when it first came out, and somehow, you know, they say, no, baby, you want to be a little girl, don't you? Yeah, Mom, I want to be a little girl.
Look at Will Smith's kid.
It's a bunch of them like that. It ain't the kids. You know, if you'd have been, and I hate to say it like this, and I'm gonna make a lot of people mad.
Mom.
But if you'd have been a better parent, your kid would know what the hell they are. They would know what the hell they are. Because when a kid is born, they don't know nothing. You want to talk about a clean slate? They ain't got nothing. And all they pretty much do is poop and pee, you know,
and eat. That's it.
know, for the first 6 to 8 months, and then they start developing stuff, and you can't tell at that point whether you even want a boy or a damn girl. You know, I'm just talking about personal experience.
And doctors now, Eddie, are beginning to talk about saying that the child, a 1-year-old, knows a difference, and a 1-year-old can make that decision. And the 2 and 3-year-olds, they got it figured out. And you're like Eddie said here, they barely know when to go to the bathroom.
Right, exactly.
We had to teach them how to use a spoon, but yet they want to change their sex already. Is that stupidity? That is stupidity being taught from the adults down. Like Eddie said, the kid don't know any better.
No.
If the parent says, this is what needs to happen, this is how it's going to be, this is what you're going to do, the kid lives in the household kind of like a little hostage, even though the doors do lock from the inside, but still.
Let me tell everybody out there something.
Uh-oh.
There's a story about a little boy, Romulus and Remus. Romulus
Oh boy.
and Remus were little boys who were raised by a wolf mother. And Romulus and Remus probably never ever had to go to mama and have a conversation. Mama, I want to be a little woofy. I want to be a little bitch.
You word Porch Talk.
You know, they was raised, and according to the story, they helped make Rome the greatest country the earth has ever seen. But they never had gender issues. So I'm thinking here that for those who actually know the story, if you look back and you're spending so much time, you, the parent, are trying to spend so much time to determine the sex of your child,
That parent had mental issues.
that's not your child. That's you.
There's something going on right there.
And I know a lot of people are psychologists and this and all these people I'm paying a bunch of money to tell me to tell my child that they are a little girl when they ain't. That to me is stupid.
And they're finding the money trail running all the way back from these people at schools that are being paid by Big Pharma to make these recommendations for certain medications for these children to begin that transition. So it's following the money. Follow them Benjamins, Eddie. There's money involved in this, the whole big mess.
We got a caller. Caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello?
Yes, this is Donald. from
Yes.
Tampa.
Yes,
You
Donald.
know?
Okay, you said they talk about transgender.
Yes.
Now, person that made it really kind of like brought it to the forefront is a Republican that used to be on with the Kardashians, which was Bruce Jenner. He's the most famous transgender. So if you're talking about promoting of transgender, it started with a big-time Republican, which is Caitlyn Jenner. So, Gabriel, I want to hear you, when referencing Caitlyn Jenner, you should just call him Bruce Jenner, because when God made him, he made him a duck, right, sir?
Yes.
So if you have mental issues, it doesn't matter what title you call yourself, Democrat or Republican. You can call yourself either one, or you can even call yourself Jesus Christ if you want. But still, wrong is still wrong, and we can't fix it. We got wackos on both sides. You know that.
Why they in the Republican Party? Because you got someone like Caitlyn Jenner, who was Bruce Jenner, who's the most famous transgender person, because he was called Woman of the Year.
Now, I don't keep up on this kind of stuff a lot, but for all intents and purposes, you can only be transgender if they cut something off or take something out. I think someone said Bruce got everything he had when he was born.
Oh, you Eddie backpedaling. He was Bruce Jenner. He was born Bruce Jenner. Now he's calling himself Caitlyn Jenner.
But I'm asking you a question. When he was born, has he lost anything?
70-something years old, and he is calling himself Caitlyn
Well, he
Jenner.
can call himself a hippo if he wants. Who cares?
He's not. I'm saying he's not transgendered
Unless
he lost something. Unless they cut something or added something.
Eddie, you making excuses now. You know
I ain't making no excuses.
we ain't defending anybody.
I'm being straightforward. If he lost something or he gained something, if he didn't do one of those two, he's not a transgender.
Come on now. Come on. You said
Go look it up, buddy.
I'm right.
Google it.
Yeah, I'm being. But that don't make me any dumber to speak with you. Trans means transfer something. If he ain't lost nothing, he ain't gained nothing, he ain't trans. So until next week, till we have this fun trip again,
Absolutely.
Tampa Bay, we love you.
God bless America.
Bye bye.